Terrorist groups like ISIS, Hezbollah, and Al Qaeda aren't just some gangs with guns. They are billion-dollar global enterprises. And in this video, you will see exactly how they fund themselves through kidnapping, crypto, fake charities, and even state funding. Yes, some governments fund them. And that's not even the shocking part. Stay with me till the end of the video and I'll tell you a real case on how a terror group used a fake charity brand to funnel millions. And you won't believe who's involved. Think about this. Suicide vests, AK-47, drones, training camps, vehicles, tech, bribes, media operations. All this stuff isn't cheap. So where is this money coming from? ISIS made over $1 billion in 2015 alone from oil smuggling and looting. That's more than GDP of some small countries. Their sources of funding go much deeper. In fact, some are right under your nose. You are going to see 5 real-world money channels used by terror organizations, including the ones you probably use every single day without knowing it's being compromised. Let's start with the obvious. Crimes. Not the kind of crimes you used to seeing in the movies. Here we are talking about industry-scale drug trafficking, human smuggling, and even kidnapping for ransom. Taliban made up to $400 million a year from heroin and opium production. Boko Haram earns millions through ransom and extortion. Al-Shabaab in Somalia taxes charcoal exports. Yes, charcoal. And they earn up to 25 millions per year through this. And one of the most weird sources was that ISIS was charging truck drivers a toll to pass through checkpoints. And this toll system made them about 20 million per month at their peak. So what do you think? Is this terrorism or just organized crime at this point? Here is where it gets dark. Some terror groups are directly funded by governments. Not just ignored, but funded. Iran reportedly gives over 700 million a year to Hezbollah, a militant group in Lebanon. Qatar has been accused of turning a blind eye while private donors send money to extremist groups in Syria. Even Pakistan's ISI has long been suspected of supporting Taliban's factions. So think about this. Your taxed money could be going to foreign aid. And that foreign aid could be laundered into weapons or even bombs. I'll tell you later how this actually happened in an international aid group. And you will even recognize the name. Which brings us to the question, should donor countries cut off all aids to countries which are suspected of supporting terror? Anyways, after this comes the fake humanitarian aid. Some terrorist groups create their own charities, complete with websites, donation papers, emotional photos, all of it. But the money straight to arms dealers, smugglers and fighters. Al-Qaeda used Islamic charities in the year 2000s to fund 9/11. A Kuwaiti charity raised millions for Syrian orphans, but diverted funds to extremist militias. Even the Red Crescent, in some regions, has been infiltrated or misused by terror networks. In most of the cases, the donors had no idea. They thought they were feeding children, not funding terror. Have you ever donated to an international aid? If yes, are you sure it went to the right hands? Terrorist groups aren't hiding in caves anymore. They are running legitimate businesses like car dealership, construction firms, and even farmhouses. Hamas owns real estate and construction companies in Gaza and abroad. Hezbollah is known to have investments in Lebanon, Latin America, and West Africa. Some groups even run used car dealerships in US to launder cash. These businesses don't generate any income, but they are used to clean dirty money. And once this money is laundered, it can be used to fund operations globally. Now let's talk about the newest weapon in terrorist financing, the cryptocurrencies. In 2020, Hamas launched public Bitcoin donation campaigns on Telegram. A single wallet used by ISIS-linked groups received over $2 million in crypto. And the worst part is, it's almost untraceable until the exchanges cooperate. They use encrypted apps, crypto wallets, VPNs, and anonymous browsers like Tor. And if you think dark web is scary, this is scarier. It's crowd-funded terrorism. Answer this in the comments. Should crypto platforms be forced to report all suspicious activity, even if it means less privacy? But how do they move the money? You may now be thinking that, okay, they got the money, but how do they move it? It's not like they use PhonePe or PayPal. Okay, there are 3 shocking ways to do this. First one is Hawala networks. Ancient informal systems that transfer money with no paper trail. Shell companies and offshore accounts used to hide money in plain sight. Literally suitcases of cash. Transported by mules, diplomats or hidden inside shipments. Interpol once discovered $90 million being moved from Europe to Middle East via cash couriers, all linked to terror cells. Okay, now let me show you the real case I mentioned earlier. In 2014, the US shut down a Kuwait-based charity called the Revival of Islamic Heritage Society. It had UN status and worked with major NGOs. But behind the scenes, funds were being sent directly to Al-Qaeda affiliates in Syria. This charity's branches in Afghanistan and Pakistan were known as terror financiers. This wasn't a fake operation. This was a globally respected brand with diplomatic ties. Still, it is sending money to militants. Think about that. Terrorism doesn't just happen. It's organized, it's funded, and it's global. From drug routes to government aids, from fake charities to crypto wallets, these groups are running massive invisible empires. So what can we do? Demand transparency, hold donors accountable, and most importantly, stay informed. And if this video shocked you, hit that like button, subscribe, comment which method shocked you the most, and share this video with people who needs to see the truth. Next time, we'll dive deeper into how terrorist propaganda is funded and spread across over the internet. Hit that bell so that you don't miss it.